Hello, oh dear ones. We're into week 32 of the Creators of the Future workshop. Do you know, very soon, in a few days, the journey ahead is going to be equal to the journey that you have just covered. And some of you would be wondering, this week, what are you going to tell us? And like Preet was saying a few days ago, I'm sure one of your videos is going to be about what you learned at the New York Film Academy. Well, I have joined the New York Film Academy and I'm doing the 8-week filmmaking course, and it's unbelievable. I have left my hat of a motivational speaker and an author on the side, and I go every morning with only one position and one agenda: to be the best student of the class. I am going there to learn. Can you imagine how brilliant it is when you sit there like a sponge absorbing everything? You know, some of the teachers are even younger to me, but I am going there with an agenda to learn. It's not about the age, it's about the purpose, and I am purpose driven. That's why I'm sitting there. I've put a lot at stake. I'm paying a very big price, and when you pay a price beyond what is stated of the product that you want, there's a very huge drive, a very huge purpose sitting at the source of your presence to learn. And so I'm going to tell you something that outstanding that I have learned. You know, one of my teachers, his name is Billy. He teaches us screenplay, he teaches us direction, he teaches us the art of writing, and he's extraordinary, okay? And he said something which reminded me and validated something that I stand for. And I'm going to tell you that in just a minute, which is my message for week 32. So you know, as a part of a course, every weekend we have to make a film. And last week we made a film which had no sound in it. Okay, so it's all moving at a gradient. You first make a film which is just a one-shot film, then you make a film which tells a story with different cuts, etc. So currently we're on no sound. Obviously it's an exciting experience. You know, you're working with a team, you're working with actors, and you're shooting, and then comes the screening. All right, now the screening actually is the most awaited part of your project, because you know, you worked so hard, you went out on location. And by the way, last week I shot in a fish market. You know, there were these crows flying with bits of fishes and dropping it on our heads, and it was hot and fishy. It was tough. It was a big challenge. You know, I have newfound respect for filmmakers, even the flop ones. You know, so after all of that, and then you've spent hours in the editing room, and now we're waiting. Play our films on the screen. I want to see the brilliant job that I have done. Now, the screening is actually called critique, where the teachers, where the instructors, where the directors, where the production heads, and everybody who is teaching us how to make a film will sit there and critique your film. So they're not going to tell you, wow, what a great job, wow, itna acha movie banaya, itna acha kaam kiya. No. They're not telling us that. They're telling us what are the mistakes we made, what is wrong with the film, and what are things that you need to avoid into the future. So our dear instructor Billy told us, look, the critique is not an ego stroking session. It's not going to tell you, wow, your films are brilliant, because they're not. It's your third film. It's your third 1-minute film. All right, and if you want me to say, oh, it's brilliant, I can do that for you. I'm a director, so I'm obviously a very good actor. I can tell you that. But my agenda here is that you get better. So I want to critique and tell you the things that you missed, or things that could have been better, or things that you could have taken care of. And he said, you tell me straight off, what do you want? You want ego stroking or you want honesty? So obviously we all voted for honesty. Okay, now as much as we say be honest with me, when somebody tells you ye kharab kiya, wo theek nahi tha, wo theek nahi tha, it hurts, right? Because there's so much effort gone behind it that you're still learning. But how do you get better if somebody cannot point out to you the areas that you missed? Because you know what, when I saw my film and you asked me what's wrong with it, actually I don't know. I don't even know what's wrong with it. I don't know how to set it right. I don't know what I could have done. You know why? Because I don't know. So I need somebody to critique me, because the creators sometimes get so involved in the creation that they miss the fact that the earth is tilted. I wish whoever made it could have gotten some feedback and they said, thoda seedha kar do isko. or you do some other things, some other corrections. For all you know, even our own planet and our existence is flawed because the creator didn't take a critique, didn't take a feedback. So anyways, so here's what Billy told us. He said, look, I am going to tell you what you missed in your film. I'm going to tell you the gaps. I'm going to tell you the errors. I'm going to tell you what you can do better. Now, you may not like it and you may start justifying it. Please save some time and don't do it. Just listen to what I'm saying. Take it or leave it. It's up to you. I'm just telling you how it could have been better. Now, invariably, here's what happened. So Billy starts saying, this shot was not okay. This lighting was not perfect. You could have taken a moving shot. You could have done a pan angle. You could have done an over the shoulder angle, etc. Now, invariably, so the person will start defending and saying, oh, Billy, but there was no space. We were running out of time, Billy. And do you know, the market was so crowded, we never got permission. The cops came in and the fisherman came and she threw a fish at us. Actually, a fisherwoman did throw a fish at me, a live fish at me, and I went running across the street. Yeah, so that this happened. And did you know that after she cut the fish, we couldn't get the same fish again? And then did you know it was so hot that I was so thirsty, and then we had to stop the shoot, and then I ran, and he said, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear anything. I'm just giving you feedback. But the minute he would start talking, they'd say, oh, but Billy, there was so much noise. It was so hot. We didn't have time. So Billy said, have you ever watched a film where the producer takes a mic and announces before the film starts, oh, by the way, just to let you know, we ran out of time, and it was really complicated, and did you know that the cops were after us, just to let you know before you see the film. Or after the film is played and it turns out to be a big disaster where even the audience can see the gaps, can see that it was not done right, then the producer walks in and he takes a mic and he says, oh, by the way, did you know we had such a tough time shooting the film? It was so hot, then the fisherwoman threw a live fish at us and we ran away, and then we had to do this. Would you accept that? Yeah, as long as you can allow that producer to come and justify making a stupid or horrid or horrible film and wasting your time, unless you can allow that, you just stop justifying. Listen to the feedback, see if it applies to you, see if you like it, see if that is what would make your film better and make the next one better. And that is called critique, and I love it. And you know what? That critique is a part of the course. How else are we going to get better? You see, we're going to make another film, and then Billy is going to critique that. Then we're going to make another film, and Billy is going to critique that. But between these two, I would have gotten better. Then I will make another film, and Billy is going to critique that. Critique means he's going to tell me what's wrong. I don't think he told anybody, I love your film. This was a great attempt. For a first timer, this is brilliant. No, he never told that to anybody. He told us the gaps. And you know what? We're getting better, and we're getting better, and we're getting better. Then I'll make the 10th film, and Billy will critique that. Then I'll get better. Then I'll make the 11th film. Then Billy will critique that. Then I will get better. Then he will call me and give me more critique. Then I will get better. And then I will make another film. Then he will call me and he'll give me some more critique. And then I'll get better. And then one day he will call me and say, Priya, you won the Oscar. But the Oscar came on so much of improvement. And that is my message of week 32. Who is critiquing your work? Who is telling you the gaps? Who is telling you the mistakes? Who is pointing that out for you? That should be a part of your weekly agenda. Every week, somebody should be sitting there and critiquing, not stroking your ego, not validating for you. As much as I'm pro encouragement and positivity, sometimes we also need to see the gaps. Do you know, every book that I write, and this is the practice I have not given up till date, I will send my books to critics first. Before it comes in your hand, it goes to 5 critics. I pay money to the critics to tell me what is wrong with my book. Tell me about my writing style. Tell me about my language. Tell me about my storytelling. Tell me if the message was clear. Tell me if the characters were interesting. Tell me if the first 5 pages held your attention. I want that critique. I don't want my ego stroked, because of course encouragement is good, but improvement is on critique. Improvement is not an encouragement. If you tell me, Priya, you're the best, what did you tell me to become better? Yes, I value that. Thank you for validating it. Yes, but also tell me how I can get better. All right, now I want you to take this very, very seriously. If you're looking not just at achieving your goals, but at achieving historical, outstanding success, where you stand on the number one pedestal and next year you break that record. Now imagine if this year you're going to achieve that height, what about next year? What is going to take you there next year? If this already is a big challenge for you, aren't you going to up your game in 2019? What is going to bridge that gap? See, I adore Billy for the fact that he's helping me make a better film. He's not helping me make better excuses. As an assignment for this week, take up your work, open it up, and get some critique. Yes, say, tell me what is wrong. Tell me how I can get better. Tell me how I can improve. And some may argue, what is the difference between real criticism and critique? All right, let me tell you, it's 3 questions. What this person told me, does it make me a better person? Does it improve my relationships? Does it improve my work? If the answer is yes to all 3, you've got some awesome critique. Does it make me a better person? Does it improve my relationships? Does it make my work better? I will urge you to go ask for it. People will not give it to you that easily, because they also know that if I tell him off, I will lose him as a friend, because people don't want to hurt us. People don't want to let us down. People generally want to encourage us. People generally want to be positive, and they also don't like people who have told them off, who have told them negative things. So it might take a little bit of push, it might take a little bit of coaxing from your part to get some real life-changing feedback out of that person. I would say persist. If you have been up on your journey, if you have been running so fast that you forgot to ask, hey, tell me how I can improve, then maybe now is the right time to pause a little bit and distribute out the quality of your work, to distribute out, what's going on in your life, a little chapter, little window into where you are at, to get some feedback. And oh, I have to tell you the greatest news ever. My 8th book, The Calling, it won the International Book Award. I got to know just day before yesterday, and it's the most exciting thing. And by the way, The Calling also won an award for the best cover, the one that I had hand painted. I don't have a copy handy, otherwise I would have shown it to you, and it won the International Book Award. Did you know I did not release this book for 4 years? I thought something was missing. And now I of course get critique from others, but I also am sensitive enough to know intuitively that something is missing. You can tell me the book is the best, but if I know something is missing, I will not release it. It took me 4 years to find that missing link in The Calling, and I'm so happy that I corrected that. I'm so happy that I gave it to all the people who helped critique the book before it was released. That should tell you something, the value of getting honest feedback. Yeah, this book is an improvised version from my first draft, and there are so many people who helped me get better, who helped me cover the loophole, who helped me mend the gaps, who helped me bring more clarity into my communication. So I urge you to go ahead and do that. And as I tell you that, my new book, The Wise Man Said, has still not gotten into the market. You know why? Because I don't have time to do the book tour. The minute the book is out in the market, I have to do the book tour. So I'm holding it all up till I finish my course. So until then, the book is available on Amazon and on my website, The Wise Man Said. It's a really cool book. You will love it, or your money back. I hope this message helped. I'm shooting it on my phone, so the quality may not be really as good as from the camera, so pardon me for that. I didn't have time all week to shoot, and I realized, it's Thursday, so I'm doing this at 11:35 p.m. So I will quickly edit it and upload. And please stay in touch with me. Tell me how you like the book. Communicate with me on WhatsApp, on Twitter, on Facebook, or even comment here. I hope everything is going well for you. If there are any challenges that you have run into, any obstacles, or anything that you need help with, you know I'm there. You know how to communicate with me here in the comments. Yes, I'm rooting for you.